Brandy podcast. Shot of 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 Brandy podcast. Yeah. Shot of Brandy podcast, episode 143, and y'all just heard my new intro by that boy Rob Stowe, former guest, Hungry you know what I mean. But this intro right here it held me down the whole 3 year, and this my first solo this my first solo of the year and it's only right, that we, you know what I mean, that we celebrate right, the 3 year anniversary of the podcast, you know what I'm saying? I love this intro right here, I brought it in for 3 years, Let's play it. You know what I'm saying? By the Noise Killers, You hear him, You know what I'm saying? For 3 years, That pause right there, you know what I'm saying? That pause right there, bring it back in. Yeah. That wasn't even made for me, They just had that laying around. You know what I'm saying? They just had that laying around the studio, and I grabbed that, They threw it on there, and I've been rocking with it, for 3 years. But that's the new intro that you heard on the beginning of the podcast, Shout out that boy Rob Stowe. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him, And yeah, it's the 3 year anniversary, of the podcast. And, as I look back, it's just so much, you know what I'm saying, that I just grown as a person, grown as a man, grown as an individual. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm just grateful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I'm here. I'm still here, still podding. As I look back at that 3 year, it's like, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I was scared at the beginning. 2016, I was plotting. 2017, July, that summer, you know what I'm saying? I was in my mental health class on YouTube, and shit. He just spoke to me that day. He was like, the reason why you look at me, is because you're scared to be yourself. And he said it in such an aggressive way, that I had to just stop being scared of myself, and jump out on faith. And shit, I started the podcast, that first episode, I just came in, just talking shit, being me, just letting, you know what I'm saying, just letting people know what it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And then I came in with my first interview. Shout out to EP143, you know what I'm saying? Class of 2006, I was 05 at Santa Fe, he was 06, I just appreciate him, just coming through and starting the podcast off, where people can get a grasp of what it was, you know what I'm saying, and what it is, It's an interview-based podcast, to open up people, to give an insight on their life and what they doing and how they did it, you know what I'm saying? And 3 years later, it's like I wanted to get the story of people of how they did it, you know what I'm saying, and what it took for them to get there. And that's what I wanted the podcast to be, because at the time, 2016, 2015, I was listening to podcasts heavy, just like every day. And Rap Radar, and Combat Jack and Tax Stone, they was talking to people, you know what I'm saying? They were letting people come in and talk their shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to do for the city. you know, because I knew that we had bright individuals around here, you know, doing great things in the city. And people can get they can get lost, you know what I'm saying, once they just focus on them and their crew, you know. So I wanted to bring the people out and show them, you know, that there's great people in the city, man. You just got to know where to look for them, you know what I'm saying. And I gave people that platform, and I appreciate every single one of my guests who came out and just gave their story, man, just gave their insight, man, just gave game to their people, you know what I'm saying, when they didn't have to. Because nobody really knew me, you know what I'm saying, at the time. They didn't know what, you know, 2017, as I look back, man, nobody was doing a podcast at the time, you know. Well, my classmate, you know, but he been doing a podcast. He got like over 1,000 episodes probably right now. Shout out to Elijah Bailey out there, man. Been podcasting, you know what I'm saying. But he do the character type, man, the cosplay and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. He not really, you know, culture based, that should I say, but he been podcasting. So, man, you got to shout out him. And you got to shout out to Lavelle Compton and Eldon, man, the video hero, man, and Houston boy, you know what I'm saying, because they started their podcast, I think, man, it was around 2015, 2014. It was around when Twitter was hot, you know what I'm saying, and I was listening to them, but they were more like an information type, you know what I'm saying, comedy type, you know what I'm saying, and they really need to bring that podcast back, you know what I'm saying. If I was them, I'll bring that podcast back because it's perfect timing, and they've grown so much, you know what I'm saying. They can come back and really still do them, you know what I'm saying? But they was podcasting at the time. But 2017, man, as far as the culture, as far as the streets, niggas wasn't on podcasts. And that's just period, you know what I'm saying? And niggas didn't know what podcast was when I was asking them to come out, man, and let me interview them, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even know what a podcast was. So you look from that time to this time, 2020, shit has grown so much, you know what I'm saying? Damn near everybody got a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Not to say I started it, because I didn't, but I definitely influenced the streets, you know what I'm saying, as far as the podcast game, you know what I'm saying? And this COVID shit, you know, has really sparked it up as far as the Facebook shows and shit like that. So, man, I'm proud of people just talking, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's about, just talking, man, and giving information, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that. But, you know, this 2017, man, when I started, man, it was, man, I was just jumping out on faith, man, and I'm glad I did. You know what I'm saying? It was that day, shit had to happen, and I started it. And now that I'm celebrating 3 years of it consistently doing podcasts, man, I'm glad I did it, because I did it at the perfect time at that time. You know what I'm saying? To have 143 episodes later, it's like, man, I should have been doing it. You know what I mean? But it was perfect timing, like, period, you know? And I've grown so much as a person. I'm grateful for the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Because it has helped me grow so much as an individual. It's like, yeah, man, I should have been doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I've been building up my brand to do it, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. I've been building up my brand to do podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And once I did it, you know what I'm saying, that's why I can really, like, that's why people took heed, you know what I'm saying, at the time, because I built my brand up for them to know that I was serious about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a year prior, 2017, but a year prior, shit, I worked all year for a short film. And that's one of my creations, you know what I'm saying? But I had to work the entire year hard in the sun and all that shit just for one release day, you know, just for one. It took all those hours, but we broke it down into 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But I knew that I had to work all year, and I was willing to. So that builded me up too. Talking on film, that built me up, and just talking, period, you know what I'm saying? Because really nobody wants to hear themselves talk. That's what a lot of people that I've learned, like, are scared to hear themselves talk. So that's really why they don't even want to do the podcast. But they got so much information that they should, and that's what I tell them. But I understand, because when I first started, man, I didn't want to hear my voice either. But I edited 120 episodes, you know what I'm saying? So I was hearing my voice weekly, and I was just getting used to it. And then I'm like, man, who really cares at the end of the day? And it fucks me up now, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm out and shit, and people will hear my voice and say, "Are you the guy from the podcast? I recognize your voice." You know what I'm saying? For me to be scared of my voice, and then for people to recognize me for my voice, it's like, man, you really shouldn't have no fear, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit is all in your mental. And that's what I learned too over the 3 years, that fear is all in your mental. And we don't make excuses, so it's like, man, you got to get it done, period. And that's what I did, man. I stayed consistent week after week, you know. As long as the guest was coming, man, I was going to do the podcast, you know. And shout out to Rick Vick, man, his studio. It was perfect timing with the studio because he had just opened up that studio. And, man, I was paying at first, and then he just started letting me come. You know, he gave me a key. He let me do my thing. And that's one of my first sponsors, and I appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? And, man, there was some good times in that studio. You know what I'm saying? And then I eventually moved slowly to the house. I bought all the equipment, Googled everything, YouTube, and got to it. I had people start coming to the house, and they were still coming. They were still letting me interview them. No video involved, no video around. I was still doing it, you know what I'm saying? And, man, I just stayed at it. Because at the end of the day, I like it, you know what I'm saying? And then I grown to love it because it's my own show. And anything with my name on it, I'm not going to bullshit it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, you know what I'm saying? And once people start listening, it's like, oh, okay, shit, the streets like this, so why not keep going? Why not see where it can take me? You know what I'm saying? And 3 years later, man, we here. We still here, you know what I'm saying? And really in the podcast world, man, 143 episodes, that really ain't a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot because it's 143, yeah, but Joe Rogan got 1,000 episodes, you know what I'm saying? Joe Budden got 400 episodes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I stayed consistent, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that I stayed disciplined, you know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't tough, man. Editing all them episodes, man, I don't edit no more as far as the audio because now I moved on to the video. But back then, man, I was editing every single episode. You know, I dedicated my time to this shit. I gave my time to this shit, you know what I'm saying? So that right there should tell you how serious I was when I just gave all my time to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it paid off. Because once you start knowing yourself and learning yourself, man, you start feeling better about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And once people start man, I've been motivated so much on my own podcast just by the guests and their story. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? And people have helped me shit along the way. All my guests who came out, you know, they were helping my brand. They didn't have to do that. You know, I don't have a degree in this shit. I don't have a marketing degree in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an engineer degree in this shit. But I do got the willpower. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in myself. And I got better each episode. Period. I started off stuttering, you know what I mean? And now I'm shit. I'm down there talking clear now. You know what I'm saying? But that's growth over time. So I know you want to start something, but why you ain't started it? You know what I'm saying? Because once you start it, man, you're going to get better. But you got to start it, though. And that's the thing. Niggas ain't starting it, man, because they inside their head. They own head. You know what I mean? So start it, man. Stop playing, man. You see me 3 years later, man, 143 up, man. I was scared too, but I started it though. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from me. I started it out the trunk. I'm still in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big ass Cadillac, but I'm still in the trunk though. But we gon' shit eventually, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a storefront with this shit, man. I'm only 6 months in of the studio, of my own studio. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get to that though. This is my first episode of 2020 though. You know what I'm saying? I usually been and talk shit three times already. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't been saying nothing, man. I just been working, man. Head down. You know what I'm saying? Just head down, just working. And it's been paying off. You know what I'm saying? February, man. I opened the studio, my own studio. It was a manifestation that started last fall into the winter. And that quick, it was up. Because I already been thinking about it, but the manifestation wasn't in play. It wasn't written down. It wasn't thought about. You know what I'm saying? But once it was, like, oh, okay, yeah. And that happened when DJ Lincoln, you know what I'm saying? I gotta shout him out, you know, because it's the reason why I got the video right now. It's the reason why, you know, that you can actually see me record. I mean, this is my first Maze solo with the video. You know what I'm saying? With the video, you know, because I ain't been talking this year on this shit, just not solo. I mean, I talk so much shit on these solos, man. It just be eating at people, you know. So I've been leaving niggas alone, man. But he the reason why I got the video, man. And once he sponsored the video package, I'm like, man, I can do something with this. You know, I can get a couple more mics, shit. I can open my own shit. Then I start following these Facebook groups, man, with people been with podcast studios, and they was showing their tables off and shit. I'm like, man, I could create my own table with my own mind. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I got fucked the first time. I bought a table on Facebook. It was way longer than the table that I got now. It probably wouldn't even fit in my spot. That table wasn't supposed to be in here. I got fucked. She took the money, ran off on the plug. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Peace people. You know what I'm saying? They shout out to Peace Pop. Came through. Designed the whole table. You know, I told him what I wanted. He came through. Put it together, man, and it was in here in, you know, shit, a week. And when I say that table wasn't supposed to be in there, the table wasn't supposed to be in there because, you know, shit, she kept acting like that she still had it available. And then when it was time for me to move the table in, she ran off on me. When I look back at it, I was like, man, it was just supposed to happen, man. You know, I fucked people over too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just losses. But the table that was supposed to be in here is in here. You know what I mean? And I told them where the hose is. I told them where the camera, you know what I'm saying? These two things right here is for the camera. Like when you see the interviews and you see the two things, it's 1, 2. I just designed everything on this motherfucker, man, because I knew how I wanted the table to be. I seen other people's tables in New York and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful and I'm grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-on-one, one of one. That means none before and none to come. You know what I mean? And man, people like it. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And the story behind that is last year when I was moving in Texas, these two little holes right here, because I already had two from the two mics I had previous, but these came with the mic stands and I threw these away. These was in the trash in Texas. And some told me to go get them out the trash because I'm going to use them. On Phyllis Mays, some told me in my mind to go get them, and I listened. I got them out the trash, and now they in my table, in my studio, that I offer to people that could come, you know what I'm saying, record they shit. They own podcasts. Creators Create Studio, podcast studio, man. Man, it's open. You know what I'm saying? It's open for service. The first day was that February 12th, established February 12th, 2020. The first day we was in the Gazette about it. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm thankful, man. So I opened the podcast studio up so other people in the metro area can come, you know what I'm saying, and start their show. I know you scared, but you have to jump out on faith, and you have to jump out and really listen to yourself. If you want to do it, do it. If you got a brand, a shirt, or anything, or nigga, your own business, you should have a podcast. That's where the game is going. People want to know about you and your brand. And that's where the game is going, man. Nobody listens to the radio like that. They listen to podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So come and record. Come get at me. You know what I'm saying? We open. It's been cracking. Shout out to Shooting the Shit Podcast, man. The first podcast that signed up and started recording. Shooting the Shit Podcast is on 9 episodes right now. Going real good. Shout out to Marlon Owens. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your service. I appreciate you trusting me with your audio, you know what I'm saying, with your podcast. And I've been helping him weekly, and he's growing weekly. He's growing so much that he started another podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because, shit, just like me, he was scared. But then he jumped out, you know what I'm saying? And, shit, he started his own. And it's been going good for him, man. He been bringing guests in. He been showing the studio by his guests coming in and seeing that there's a podcast studio, and I appreciate that, man. It's giving a good look to the studio. He records bi-weekly. He started with the audio package. Now he does the video package. It's a funny ass show. He works the soundboard better than me. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, I be showing him little shit, and man, just like the phone thing, like, man, he got it going. You know what I'm saying? Then we had another podcast, Talk and Talk podcast. They was recording here for a minute. I appreciate their service, man. It was a real show. They was smoking all the entire show. Had me hot in the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like behind the camera. It was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Then I had another podcast. He didn't have the name for it, but he recorded one episode. He liked it, but the COVID shit was here, and he said he had a family. I respect that, and he didn't want to get out like that, so he put it on pause right now. But we did record. So that's 3 podcasts, you know what I'm saying, that I helped start. That's here in the studio, you know what I'm saying, like recording, man, and I appreciate their service. And then I got another podcast in Boston that's going to start here shortly. He's getting his show together. We did a test run over the phone because the soundboard, you can use the phone, and he liked the audio, so we're going to start that up, which is going to be, he's going to be interviewing porn stars. I'll definitely be tuned in, you know what I'm saying, 'cause that's my type of, you know, that's my type of flavor, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder which ones he gonna get. He says he knows them, so man, we'll see. But you know, it's just talking, man. It's just a podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to help. So if you need a podcast, man, just get at me, man. Correct is Correct Podcast Studio is open for service, man. And the manifestation started last year, and it's here, just like the manifestation started 3 years ago, man. And I gotta stay away from negativity, man, because, you know, most of my manifestations is just coming to me quick. I'm not even having to wait no more. This shit is coming quick. And that comes with, you know, just staying encouraged, staying positive, you know, taking care of my mental, taking care of what I gotta take care of, you know, becoming the best alpha version I can be, growing, learning daily, you know, working out. Man, just trying to keep a clear head, you know what I'm saying? Because after we opened the studio, it was only a couple weeks, and then I got invited to Fire in Little Africa in Tulsa. Shout out to Dr. View and Steph Simon. You know what I'm saying? I was at the Steph Simon show. I went down there dolo just to support, you know what I'm saying, because Tulsa supported me. So I just went down there, man, because I just wanted to see a live show, shit about a classic album, man. And I ran into View. I ain't seen my guy since he came out to Texas on the return of Dr. View, one of my favorite episodes. Well, I ran into him, man, and he invited me out. You know what I'm saying? And he said, shit, man, you can set up, come down, man. We doing the album in the mansion. And you can come down if you want to be a part of it, man. And I'm not going to miss that opportunity. So, of course, I came. And shit, they let me set up on the same stage that I seen Steph Simon on, the shit, a couple weeks prior to that he built with his own hands. I asked him, can I set up on it, man? And he gave me his grace, you know what I'm saying, to set up on the table, man. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And, man, that Saturday, I went down there. Well, I was down there the night before. And, man, we just set up in the mansion, man. I got to interview over 10 people, you know what I'm saying, just to get their insight in the house and their experience, man. And it was a good look for me. And I appreciate the opportunity. It was very classic to me, you know what I'm saying? And, man, that was the weekend that COVID first started, you know, for Oklahoma. And after that weekend, shit got shut down. The whole world stopped basically after that weekend, and I'm thankful that I got to be a part of that weekend, because after that, shit ain't been normal since. Shit ain't been normal since. This pandemic is a motherfucker, man. It stopped the whole world. Got niggas confused. Don't want to say it's fake because people are dying from it. You might know somebody who died from it. It's just, man, how did it get here? Where did it come from? Like, what are they trying to do? And we don't know. And that's the thing, man. We don't know what's going on with it. So it's like, man, people are confused. And shit, during the shutdown, man, you know, I want to thank my guests for still coming out, man, for still keeping the podcast rolling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for that. But that shutdown wasn't cool at all. Being in the house all day and all that, it was, man. Being in the house all day is cool, but not when you gotta be. Not when you're made to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it felt like, man. It felt like, shit, we had no rights. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's going right now. During the pandemic, we had I wouldn't call it a race war, but, you know, the racist shit again. So during the pandemic, they got niggas protesting about the same shit that we've been protesting for years, since we've been in this motherfucker, basically. So it's like, man, they playing with the minds. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant, man. This is my first time saying it on the podcast. It's my first time, you know, really talking. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, man. Died in February, just like Nip did, shit, a year before. You know, I ain't gonna get that deep in it because y'all not ready for that. But, you know, when you a star like that, man, and when you legendary like that, there's consequences that you gotta pay. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? When you legendary, far as a Pac, far as a Nip, far as a Notorious B.I.G., and when you Kobe and shit, you got 5 rings, you know, you signed up for that life. And you will be taken out early, you know. But that's another story though, man. But R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, man. Black mama always, man. It's just, that shit was sad. I don't even want to really talk about that shit, but that shit was very sad. But I gotta pay dues to my guy though, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always black mama mentality every day, you know. And yeah, man, shit just been crazy, man. Niggas protesting in the streets, you know. I've never seen so much white people protesting. You know, it's just strange. The whole year has just been a strange ordeal. And we in the 8th month, 7th month, you know, and it's like shit ain't let up. Shit ain't let up since Kobe died. You know what I'm saying? And the second wave of the COVID, shit gonna be even crazier. Then we got the election. Here's what I think it's gonna get so bad as far as the COVID, because the shit is not stopping and niggas is not covering their shit and it's just not slowing down. I think shit around the election time, they gonna say that people can't go out, and once you can't vote, you know what I'm saying, that automatically makes Trump win, because shit, they panicking right now because they know that as far as the people, he's not gonna win the people. So they gotta pull another stunt, you know what I'm saying? So just be lookout, man, for another stunt, for another thing. Come election time, man, it's just gonna get crazy. I mean, what month hasn't been crazy since February? Every month has been crazy, every month has been something, you know what I'm saying? And Meg Thee Stallion just got shot last week, you know what I'm saying? It's just 2020. It's just crazy shit weekly, Nick Cannon, the nigga was talking shit, now he crying, now he apologizing. It's something every week, man. You know what I'm saying? So guard your energy, man, at all times. That's the thing. You got to guard your energy out here, man, because they trying to steal it from you. They playing on y'all minds, man. So you just really, man, you got to cut the social media off and the news off sometimes, man, and just decompress from that shit, man, and not think about that shit, all the time, man. And you just got to think for yourself what you really feel and ask yourself how you feel, man, because that stuff can suck you in a whirlwind, man, and you can go down a tunnel and be stuck. So they been playing with our minds, man. So just guard your energy out here, man. But it's 3 years, man. 3 years of the podcast, man. 142 episodes, man, and over 160 guests came out. It's 3 years, man. It's 3 years of consistency. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm proud of myself with, just staying consistent, man, and just bringing the people, something that they like, something that they listen to, man. And I really never told people to, hey, go listen to my podcast, or I just put it out there, man. If you listen to it, if you got time to listen to it, if not, I understand, man. This shit is moving so quick, man, that people they don't pay attention like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody moving quick, man. They got their own life, man. So for the listeners to actually listen, man, I've always been grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because people just moving so quick, man. They ain't got time to listen to an hour podcast, because I make sure the podcasts are at least an hour or 40 minutes. You know what I mean? And the attention spans is just so short that I know not everybody's listening like that, because they got their own deal. Hey, man, they might listen to their own podcast, and I'm thankful for the listeners. So I appreciate the listeners, man, for just even taking out their time, man, to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't for me, if it was for a guest that they like or anything like that, man, I just appreciate them. I appreciate the listens off the top. You know what I'm saying? And just, man, it's just been a crazy journey, man. In 2020, I'm here. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about where I'm going. And they say, man, if you do something for 3 years, man, then if it don't turn into money, then it's just a hobby, So with that 3 years, man, I started a small business with it. I'm offering service, Then I got another podcast coming, maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's in the works right now with a white guy. Yeah, with a white guy. He seen me in the Gazette. He listened to the podcast. He seen how real I was up front. He liked how I talked to, shit to guests and get the stories. And he want to talk about some real shit. So he came, he contacted me, man. I've been having meetings with him, and man, I told him what I need, man. I ain't doing shit for free now. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for 3 years for free, man. So anybody that come to me, nothing's free no more, you know, because I put in the work, and he understood that though, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, anybody who does over 100 episodes, man, they serious about it, you know? So he wants to start a podcast talking about real shit, you know, talking about real shit. He want to talk about the differences in cultures. So we gonna talk about that. He wants to get the black side of it. So, you know, shit, I'm gonna most definitely represent my people. I ain't gonna sugarcoat them, and that's what I told him. I can't sugarcoat them because I can't let you know what I mean? It's gonna be like a Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp type deal, but it's just gonna be real politics will be there and shit like that. So it's in the works. I gave him my numbers, man. If he can do it, he can do it. If not, you know, I'm gonna keep doing me, man. As always, man. And it's a new spot coming, Relax Park, that he owns. It's a great looking, man. Y'all don't even know what's coming for the artist. You know what I'm saying? He got a spot. It's coming next year. Well, probably this year, he said, but I don't know with the COVID. You know what I'm saying? But just be on the lookout, man. Hopefully it go down. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, just shout out to the Gazette, man, because I didn't know how much people that really touched like that. You know what I'm saying? There's over 55,000 when I looked. It was over 55,000 that, you know, that they sent out around the metro area, around Oklahoma. And I picked up a client from him. Shout out to Avery Hicks. He seen me in the Gazette, man, and he came to the studio. We set up a meeting, man. He liked the studio, and I've been doing video work for him for his brand. And this brand is called Get Your Ready On. Get Your Ready On, and he motivates people. He goes around and talks to the kids, talks to the coaches. You know, he's a top salesman of what he does, and man, he got his own consulting company. He helps people with their images and stuff like that, and I've been doing video work for him, man. Just off the video equipment that's sponsored to me, I had to get better with it, you know, because I feel like shit, if I didn't get better with it, then it would have been me being ungrateful of what was given to me. So I had to use the tools that I got, man, to sharpen them. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing video work for him, and it's been going good, man. He said he like it. As long as the client is satisfied, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me happy that he said that he like it. And shit, he been coming back. You know what I mean? And now the editor's kind of working with his brand. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the editor, man. Off top, you gotta shout out to the editor, man. When niggas switched up on me, man, and you know what I'm saying, they thought that my shit was gonna fall off and my shit wasn't gonna be written and shit. Shout out to Danielle Williams, man. She stepped up, started writing for me. That season I was in Indy. That shit crazy. I moved so much within the 3 years just off, you know, off the podcast, me growing with it, you know what I'm saying? But she started in Indy around what? That was 90, episode 90. Been writing ever since. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the editor, man. I know the guests don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The guests come out, man. They get the podcast. They get written about. They get the video now. I know niggas don't appreciate it, man. But shit, it's for me, though. It's for my brand, though. And I appreciate Danielle Williams, man, writing for me. Just really taking the time out, man, to get to know the guests, you know, the artists, to get to know the music, you know what I'm saying? And just really just helping me with my brand, take it to the next level. And it sucks the people in, you know what I'm saying? Like when they read about themselves, I mean, that shit could be like a newspaper type deal, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate her off top. And she can't do it come, I think September, maybe. So yeah, man, I'll be looking for a new editor, man. I done had 3 so far, you know, and they all did great work. And my latest editors, man, helped me with the Gazette, helped me with the Void Dallas magazine. Shout out to the Dallas Magazine, man, for connecting with me. You know what I'm saying? 2 magazines in a year. You know what I'm saying? I just started the studio, so man, it's just a good look. Any pub is good, so I appreciate that, man. And yeah, man, we just gonna try to take it to the next level, man, even more, man. Just get it better. You know what I'm saying? It's got better every year. We got the video now. We gonna shit. I'm gonna save up to get some more cameras in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna keep going, man. We gonna keep at it. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they come, shit, I'm a pod. You know what I mean? And got another pod coming. I might start just a solo pod. You never know, man. I might start the solo pod to just talk shit all day, man. But I know that niggas can't handle that, though. You know, that's why I ain't even been on it like that this year on the solo, man. Cause shit, I done destroyed so many people on these solos, man, that niggas be catching feelings so much. And I just said, man, I'm gonna just let these niggas live, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing, staying out the way, just working. It's been paying off for me, man. It's been paying off for me, man. When you hang by yourself, man, and you just really know yourself, like, just really get to know yourself, that's when you really start to glow up, man, when you don't ask people for opinions on what you should do. You just go with that first voice, because that first voice is God. That second voice is doubt. You know what I'm saying? The thought comes, and that's the first thought. That's God telling you to start it. That's God telling you to do it. And then that second voice is doubt. So it's up to you to listen. I can't make you listen. You know what I'm saying? I can only motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to C-Note out there in Texas, man. Came up, drove up, man. He had hit me last year. We were supposed to link, but the studio wasn't done. And I took a break. I took a break from December to February. And I was telling him, man, you know, I'm working on a studio right now. I'd love to have you, though, as soon as it's done. And he drove up, man. He drove up just to, you know, just for the interview. Shit, that boosted my ego. You know what I'm saying? A nigga drive up from Texas to fuck with you that you don't know, never met in your life, never talked to. A nigga trust you like that. It's like, okay, yeah. Nigga can feel the energy, nigga, from the device. And I appreciate him, man. Came up, he loved the interview. Shit, I like the interview. You know what I'm saying? I like his music. I ain't gonna just sit down with anybody just because, nigga, they in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I listen to his music. I feeling him. I fucks with him. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to C-Note, man. Keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? And man, I appreciate you coming up, man. Like, real talk. And it's like, man, that first shout out, you know what I'm saying, to DeMarcus, you know what I'm saying, DJ Country Fresh. He retired, though, you know what I mean? The nigga been doing his thing, man, this whole pandemic, you know, but when he first came out, he had got at the car, he thought he was coming into some bullshit because the surroundings, you know what I'm saying? And then when he came, you know what I'm saying, he like, oh, okay, yeah, but this ain't no bullshit. Okay, shit, I like it, but when he got at the car, I seen his face, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's such a straightforward guy that I knew that he wasn't feeling it until he got into the spot. Then he felt it, and he opened up, and I appreciate him. I appreciate him coming through, man, and just telling the story. It's so motivating, man. He done motivated like 3 of my niggas in the hood. You know, they like, man, I listen to, you know, man, DeMarco's story, man, and the nigga was on his grind. You know what I'm saying? And he stepped out. I'm like, yeah, man, it's all about just stepping out. And shit, they didn't step out. They starting their own shit, man. So I appreciate him coming through, man. He been doing his thing. He been social media king with this shit, man. It's crazy. Then he got a new game coming out, a sing-along game on top of the trap spelling bee. So it's like, man, just keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate all my guests coming out, man. You know what I'm saying? And the video guests, man, I started at 121. The video guests, man, I appreciate them not being scared of that video. You know what I'm saying? And we already 20 in. We already 20 in on the video, man. I don't edit the audio anymore. I do straight video. Shout out to Dre Taylor, man. I told him, man, I don't want no computer that lag. Just build me a computer that don't lag and will be good. You know what I'm saying? And he built my computer. It's lovely. Don't lag. You know what I'm saying? I can edit. He put the Adobe programs on there. I didn't even know how important those Adobe programs was until my cousin T-Maze, nigga, the GOAT, came through and told me, yeah, man, you got some shit on here. You know what I'm saying? And I just start taking it serious, man, and I'm just getting better with it, learning more. It's making me learn more, and shit, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because that's most important. It's the learning part. So I'm just learning more, learning new things, and it's fun. That's what I'm saying, man. The podcast to me is still fun. I'm still having fun with it. Shit, it still make me happy. So that's why I'm gonna still do it. And shit, until then, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do it and until it stop. You know what I'm saying, like making me happy. And I'm glad I'm still doing it. I'm glad I got a platform for people to come through that people enjoy and tell their story and tell what they working on, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to JD Runnels, OU player, ex-NFL player, told his story, man. He got his own podcast, and what I like about that is JD knew that look could be something for me, and that's what he told me, man. He said, man, I knew that this would be a good look for you, so I wanted you to have this, and that's why I came through and support you. And I appreciate JD Runnels coming through, man, and supporting, because he got his own show. Not to say that podcasters don't link, you know what I'm saying, because shout out to AT, you know what I mean. He reached out to me. He thought I was bullshitting, but I was just busy. I told him I'm going to get at him. And I got at him, man. You know what I mean? He doing his thing. He got like 3 podcasts. Alex Taylor podcast, man. And y'all go listen to his, man. He got like 3 of them. And we going to be linking up soon on another episode of my shit. You know what I mean? That's in the works. I'm trying to get some podcasters together, you know what I'm saying, to do a show. So shout out to AT over there, man. And shout out to everybody that came through the studio so far, man. You know, 120 to 142. I've been having great episodes, man. I really don't do no weak podcasts. Some are better than the other ones, yeah, because some stories are just better, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's story ain't weak. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their own personal story. So whatever it is, you know, that's your own. And I appreciate everybody coming through. All my guests that came through and just spread love and, you know what I'm saying, and supported it. You know, shout out to my Dallas season 10. Within the 3 years, man, I went out to Dallas, man, and was still podcasting out there. The guest was an hour, 2 hours away. I still drove and got the content. Did a pod in Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Scottsdale, Arizona. Did a pod out there, man. 11 men. We was in one mansion, man, just living, celebrating life, man. That was last year. That was last summer around this time. For my guy KC, you know what I'm saying, his bachelor. And I appreciate him just letting me set up like that, you know, because that's his event. He ain't gotta let me set my brand up at his shit, but you know, that's my guy. He been on here within the 3 years, probably 5 times. Interviewed his wife before the wedding. DJ the wedding in Cabo last year, you know. Nigga just getting it cracking, man, just everywhere I go, man. I just try to add my energy to it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful, man. A nigga been at this shit, you know, nigga, since 96 I've been in the streets. When I look back, you know what I'm saying? Because in 96 I was at Frontier City and the song of the night was Do or Die Po Pimp. And that's why I still love Do or Die to this day, because I knew where I was in 96, man, when that song was the hottest out. I was at Frontier City at the phone pit at night and I shouldn't even been there. But I had older friends and, you know, I had a young mother that, you know what I'm saying, just let me do me. And shit, I was out there, man. I've been at this shit since 96. And, man, It's 2020, going on 21. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to count my high school year, that's 15 years ago. You know, this is the 15th shit anniversary of me graduating high school. And even in high school, I got it cracking, man. Not to brag, but you know I got to. You know, I've been at this shit 15 straight. You know what I'm saying? And when I see niggas in the street, man, I know that it's weighing on them. I know that me winning is weighing on them. I know that me still in the streets is weighing on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just try to stay away from that shit now and just let them do their thing and how they, you know, just whatever they got going. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the streets, I'm not even in the streets like that no more, man. I'm at the house. You know, this pandemic has really opened up the eyes. Like, that shit don't even matter. Being in the streets like that don't even matter to me no more. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had to be in the streets. I had to be on the scene. That shit don't matter. A lot of shit don't matter, man. Like, this pandemic has really taught people, you know, a lot of this shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And so I just be at the house learning, you know what I'm saying? Blowing always, 420 always, you know what I'm saying? And just doing me, man. And shit, I'm just thankful to still be here, still growing, you know? Period. You know what I'm saying? And man, just grateful. Just grateful, man. That's all it is. Got my own studio, got my own podcast studio within 3 years of me starting my own podcast, you know? The podcast is my best creation. You know what I'm saying? I've been creating since I was 6. You know, because I'm the only child, man. I suffer from only child syndrome. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now learning that type of shit, you know? Shit got to be perfect. Shit's never good enough. Spoiled, selfish, all that shit, man. But that shit comes from being the only child and me just always creating. When I was little, man, I just always was in my room by myself, you know, creating and shit, man. And I got some nice creations out there, man, you know. B-Maze TV, the 30 for 30, man, top down. But far as the podcast, yeah, it's my best creation. It's what the people like. It's what the people say, yeah, okay, I fucks with that. You know what I'm saying? And it has taken me places I know I couldn't be if I didn't have the pod. You know what I'm saying? I've met people that I would have never met if I didn't have the pod, if I didn't have the platform. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't take it serious, I could have picked all type of subjects to talk about. I picked an interview and showcase black people. Nigga, I got white friends, nigga, that's millionaires, nigga, that's sitting on M's. Nigga, I got Mexican friends, nigga, that own shops, nigga, that cars everywhere. Nigga, I chose to fuck with black people and show they greatness. And y'all niggas know fucking with black people, you know, it's tough. It's tough. But still I rise. You know what I'm saying? I don't let the insecurities of my people get to me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been turned down, I've been stood up. That shit don't matter to me because I was me before the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make the podcast. You know what I'm saying? The podcast didn't make me. I made the podcast. So let's get that straight too, though. I didn't, you know, the podcast didn't make me. I didn't become this person because of the podcast. No, I was already the person before the podcast. That's why the podcast cracked. It's a lot of motherfuckers doing interviews and all that other shit. So let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful, though. I'm thankful that it did crack, even though it can be bigger. And I know that. But I'm going to keep working and it's going to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? But I know that, you know, with it being me too, that a lot of that people not going to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's me. You know what I'm saying? And that come with the game. And I know that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just 3 years of it. It's just some more of it. It's gonna be some more of it and some more of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm trying to take it as far as we can take it. You know, it's just, man. I'm trying to podcast, nigga. I'm trying to put the manifestation out there, the podcast for a living. Period. And it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come. Self-taught, self-made. You know, it's a lot of people that helped me during the way, and I appreciate that, but nah, nigga jumped out there on his own dick though. You know what I'm saying? He jumped out. Shit, I jumped out on 10 toes. You know? The right way. But if I didn't start my website a year before that, who knows where we'll be? Because Anchor wasn't around like that. You know, Anchor's around and niggas can start their shit quick. Throw it on Anchor. Yeah, nigga, you shining. But Anchor wasn't around like that. You know, podcast wasn't as big as it is now. It's so much companies buying into podcasts because they know that's the new wave that I got in at the right time. I got 3 years under my belt. So when it's my time, I got 3 years. I got these episodes. You know, you fuck with me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But having a good year, man. Having a good year. One of the best years on paper during the pandemic, if you look at it, you know, on paper, you know, but I know a lot of people aren't, so I'm not gonna like brag and boast, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people not having a good year during the pandemic because of what it has brought, you know. We'll never go back as life as we know it. We'll never go back as life as we know. That's why Top Down in the Winter was so important. And I'm glad I did that shit for 8 years. Because who's to know, nigga, we'll never, nigga, a concert, they say a concert we won't see until 2022. I was at a concert every single month in my 20s. That shit paid off because I don't even need a concert like that. I really do, but I don't. I might go see Lido next month during the pandemic, you know, because I just love concerts, but we ain't seeing concerts like that, man. I'm talking about arena field concert. No, this is some hood shit. I'm talking about arena shit. No. So me going to Miami going to see Jay-Z and JT, shit with the roof off, Miami, legendary, man. We'll never see it again. They talking about 2022 is when we'll see the normal, you know, and who's to say, man? So, man, I'm just grateful, man. I'm just grateful for over the years. I'm grateful for these last 3 years. These last 3 years, I started with a lot of people. And shit, I'm dolo. It's crazy. You know, this podcast is a gift and a curse, though, you know, because it's hurt a lot of people. I don't regret it. But it's helped a lot of people. It's helped more people, though, you know, but the closest people around me, you know, niggas get in my way, you know. I was still me before the pod. Don't get it twisted. So I'm gonna always be authentic. And I think that you know some fake phony shit, and I gotta call you out, and we gotta part ways. And God is removing all the individuals who don't need to be in my life, and I'm grateful. I can see clearer. I think clearer. I think for myself. I don't ask for opinions. I just do what I feel best is for me. You know what I mean? No kids, no marriage contract. So I have to look out for me first. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, when you worry about yourself and not other people's business and not worry about the gossip and who says, she say, you get shit done, man. You get shit done. And that's what I've been learning, man, this whole year, staying focused on what the fuck I got to do in front of me. And it's been, I look back, it's like, man, where would I be without the pod? I'll be lost. Because I'll still be in that Americanized way of thinking. Thinking I gotta go out and beg people for jobs and ask people to accept me and prove myself. No. I prove shit to myself. I've checked off boxes of all the goals that I've got for myself. Still going this year, still trying to finish strong. I will do that, just like I finished strong last year. And you niggas gotta stop. You niggas gotta stop asking me, man, about the sponsorship, man. Y'all gotta stop asking me about the sponsorship. I know y'all want me to, to get a check off this shit, but it's more to life than money, man. And everything that I'm supposed to have, man, I got. You know what I'm saying? And everything that God wants me to have will come to me. And it might not come with money. You know what I'm saying? It might come with something else that's, shit, man, that's greater than money, man. I know a lot of rich people, man, they not as happy. That's why you got millionaires and billionaires who will blow their brains out, because money don't make you happy. It's just a tool, to give you freedom, that you ain't got to go to work and, ask for vacation days off to live your life. It might do that for you, you know what I'm saying? But, man, you got to be happy within, so I got sponsorship, man. I had a studio sponsorship, man. I had a Nike sponsorship. I had a video sponsorship. I had a studio sponsorship. I had people help me build the studio. Me and P worked, we worked 3 days trying to hide the wires, just for the client to come in and don't have to worry about no wires, don't have to worry about no bullshit. It might have been my OCD too, but we worked on it, for 3 days just to hide the wires on the table. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit going on the table that you wouldn't know, because there's no wires in sight. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the little things. It's just a little help like that. You know what I'm saying? It goes far. And I'm thankful, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, I always give a date and I always meet that date. I take pride in doing that. You know what I'm saying? And man, my last 3 pods, man, been something. Kiki, Thomas Who, and King Cut, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kiki, man. My Santa Fe sister off top, man. I tried to get her on this motherfucker for like 2 years. She came at the right time. She took me viral, my first viral. I had the video since February. It's July. Nigga, that's 5 months. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 months. She took me viral just with her marketing. You know what I'm saying? She a beast with it. And I knew she was a beast, but I didn't know she still had it in her like that. And I appreciate it, man. 2,000 views plus. Appreciate you, Kiki. Shout out to Thomas Who, man. Bars. Nigga came through with straight bars. You know what I'm saying? I like that episode. You know what I mean? That shit made me feel like, man, that BET. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that Rap City in the basement type feel, man. Like when these artists come out, man, and I'm reviewing they art, man, and they music, man, and they really in tune. That shit make me feel like, man, when I used to watch Arsenio Hall back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Joey Crack in the basement, man. AJ and Free. You know what I'm saying? Carson Daly. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, man, I grew up on this shit, man. I know about this shit. I've been in the game, nigga. This ain't just no overnight shit. This is a gift. And I know that. Nigga, for niggas that come in and don't know me 3 years worth, and they give me their whole life story, shit that they never told people, that's what I like about it. When niggas say, shit, I ain't never told nobody this. I'ma say it right now, though. Yeah, man, that tell me, man, that my energy is good enough, nigga, for them to be comfortable. Shout out to all the black women, man, that came through. Trusting me, you know what I'm saying? Not to be a goofy, not to be a weirdo, but they trusted me with their story though. And I appreciate that. I ain't never went past five episodes, man, without having a woman on here sharing my, you know what I'm saying? Sharing my platform with them, man. And I appreciate them coming out and trusting me, man. They ain't gotta trust me. It's more goofies than real ones. And I know that. So that's why I'm thankful that they even came out. You know what I'm saying? Came to the spot, these is beautiful women. So a goofy will try to, nigga, they come to your spot, nigga, they'll try something. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, it ain't never like that with me. And I appreciate that though. Shout out to OKC Cake Lady coming through. You know, my guests is so busy, man, I be having to book months in advance. And then when they finally get here, it's like, yeah, it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, they stories be so powerful. It's like, man, I'm really scared to get the solo YouTube going. You know what I'm saying? I need to really get that going, man. And like my old shit, B-Maze TV is still up 10 years ago. You know what I mean? When I had the camera. Now I got the new 4K camera. And now I need to go back to the individual. YouTube is just me talking my shit. But man, it's so scary because you just never know. It can go viral and the whole world will be seeing your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really scared of myself. But I need to start that so I can grow and, man, just grow the brand way internationally. You know what I'm saying? Way internationally. But yeah, man, we here though. You know, we still here. 143. We just gonna keep moving, man, and just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? We at the studio right now. Create Studio. Shit, man, in 3 years, I just remember editing, you know, just anywhere I can, man. I'll take my whole Sunday, man, and just get the episode right, send it to the editor on time. I sacrifice my time for this shit, man. So for me, I deserve it, man. I put the work in. I outworked everybody, you know? And it is what it is, man. I spent my time on it, you know? I knew I needed to change my life at the time, 2017. I knew I needed to change. So that's what I did, and I'm still at it. I got new episodes coming, man. I'm in the works with a live show coming about an announcement that the guest wants to announce. So we trying to set that up, and we gonna take it as far as we can take it. Period. You know what I'm saying? We got Nip in the studio, and it's just like, man, we got to take it as far as you could take it. Out the trunk with it, it don't matter. You started it. You working at it. It can only get bigger. When I watch Gary Vee, it's like, man, keep going. Keep dishing content, you know? I drop so much. I drop an episode a week, man. I know that sometimes it should be bi-weekly, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas can't keep up, but it's not about me keeping up. It's just about the content getting pushed out. Somebody gonna listen, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't this one, then it's the next one. If it ain't this guest, then okay, shit, it might be this guest, but the content is there though. You know, and that shit costs money because I gotta pay for my website. And with me keep on adding more storage, these motherfucking episodes of storage to the website. You know, they can't hold that. I ain't Apple. I ain't got a whole cloud. This shit costs. But like I told them, pay for this shit. Even if I was to die, pay for this shit. Don't let this content, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the content go away. You know what I'm saying? They legends never die. I made it where I just made it where I don't die if the content is still there. And with the YouTube videos, it's gonna be there. As long as YouTube, but YouTube is trying to change some shit up and, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? And man, thankful. You know what I'm saying? I can't stretch it enough, because I know that people want to start their shit and they want a platform and all that shit. But I've been doing it for 3 years, man. It may look easy, so do it if it's easy. Got cups, got coasters, got posters. It's my brand. You know what I'm saying? But they'll look at me and say, you got all that shit branded and all that, but I was the same in high school. I had the special socks and the wristbands, and we won. So I'm not gonna leave that. I'm not gonna leave that. I'm not gonna leave that format. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on doing that. I'm gonna keep on, being a leader. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on just some more of it, man. Some more of it. I'm proud of my brand. I'm proud of what I built. It's been a journey, and it's not done. It's my first year of my prime, man. You know what I'm saying? Men's prime is from 33 to 45. This is my first year, So it's only going to get better from here. Because shit. But even back then, my young self, it was still cool at the time because of the age. When I see my cousins and shit, they ain't not doing what I was doing at their age. So it's like when I look back, it's like, yeah, shit, I was doing this shit, but the age part is where, you know what I'm saying, is where it's at. But yeah, man, we still here though, man. 3 years later. My baby 3 years. My podcast 3 years. And shit. Hopefully we get a check next year. I was supposed to get the contract this year, the COVID. I got some shit still coming up, so it's still possible. It's still in the works. We gonna still stay encouraged, P. You know what I'm saying? We gonna always stay encouraged. If not, shit, I had fun with it. I can never take that away. I had fun with it. I can honestly say that. It's just God's work, because sometimes shit, I don't even want to do the podcast when I got guests coming, and that should be the best episode that I be recording. Shit, the ones that I don't want to do be the best stories. It's like, yeah, God telling me shit, this is just what he want me to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna keep on doing it, man. It's just getting bigger because it's growing. You know what I'm saying? People know that I'm serious about it. That's one thing, man. When people say, shit, I ain't doing enough to get on your show, it's like, man, my show ain't about always somebody that's doing it. Man, you could just come have a conversation because you know me. You know what I'm saying? But they feel like they not doing enough to be on the show because they feel like the people that I have on my show is important, which they are doing stuff, but you don't have to be a certain caliber to be on my show. You know what I'm saying? I go off the energy. I ask people just solely off the energy, So don't think that, man. Just because it's, don't think that, man. Don't second guess yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just come out and talk on the pod. And shit, man, I only did 143 episodes, man. There's over 20,000 black people in Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? So, man, there's enough. You know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't got to, you don't mean I don't fuck with you. It's just, I dish them out every week. I try to not get too ahead because then the guess ask when it's coming. You know, I've gotten, you know, when I left for Indie, I left with 10 episodes. And when I look back, that shit crazy. But I worked for like 3 weeks straight because I knew I was leaving. I didn't want the podcast to fall off. Shit, I left with 10 episodes on deck. So that's 10 episodes ahead. So shit, man. It's worked in my favor, man, because it's supposed to work. And that's all I can look at it as. Shit, it's supposed to work. The soundboard, shout out to the Rodecaster soundboard is, man, I remember recording off shit on my laptop, man. Sometimes the shit'll not work and I'll panic and then all of a sudden it'll start working, just like that World Culture episode in Texas when the whole toaster came down. My shit had broke. My shit was broke. Nigga paid T, saved the episode. Shit came out clear. With his device, with his little device, he made it work and it worked. 2 mics. Shit's supposed to happen, man. Shit's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And man, I can't believe in myself sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the manifestation do, man. You can't believe it. But if you can believe it, shit, it's gonna come true. But you gotta write it down, though. The thing is, man, I had small business on my whiteboard last year in Texas. Last year in Texas, man, I look at it myself now, man. Last year in Texas, man, I was going through it. Fucking with them contract jobs and shit like that. This summer, man, I got my own shit, you know, and I'm making it work. It's crazy, man. I mean, you know, working on planes was cool, man, but is it just for the money? Because if it is, I'm cool, man. I'd rather struggle and be happy, man, than just be working for money just to say I'm working for money, man. You know, this shit too short, man. Life is too short. You never know when you gonna get taken out, man. You don't know when your day is. So I just try to be happy, man. Save up a little money in the bank, man, enough where, you know, on a rainy day, shit go left, I have something on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. Taking care of your fam, being around people that love you. That's what it's about. It ain't about this dumb shit, man, that niggas is on. We got to come together, man. I'm seeing us come together. Well, we got to come together more, though. But I'm seeing it, though, man. You know, this George Floyd shit has opened up our eyes for unity, you know, to come together, to spend with each other, to trust one another, you know what I'm saying, to help one another. And I like where it's going, but we got to keep it going, though. You know, they sending distractions our way where it can break up the unity, but we got to stay strong, though. And that's what I want us to do. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody, man, that, you know what I'm saying, that came out, that listened, that shared, that helped me out, that supported me, that fucked with the podcast this last 3 years, man. It's been a journey that I never would have thought I'd be a part of. But OKC, y'all fucked with me. Y'all came out, and I'm appreciative and I'm thankful for that. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every single one of my guests. I appreciate the support on the podcast. If you like the podcast, if you don't, it's not for everybody. But the ones who do share, You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the shares, man, because, you know, the shares grows it, man, because it shows other audience what's going on and shit like that. So don't think I don't take that. Don't think I take that for granted, because I don't. I know how important it is, and I know how stingy people are with it. So when you do share it, I'm very thankful. So, man, this is May's 2020, man. It's the podcast, man, and we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going, man. I don't know where it's going to take us, but we don't know the future. So we're going to keep working, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Brandy podcast, man. 3-year anniversary. Happy birthday. 3 years, consistency, discipline, putting on for the people, putting on for the city. We're going to keep it going. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And thank you. Shout out Brandy podcast, man. That's episode 143. Celebration of 3 years. I appreciate you, man.